Wait a minute. Are you telling me you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Hey guys, Brad M73 here. Welcome back to the build, the Back to the Future DeLorean from Eagle Moss. We are starting off, well, we're kind of resuming issue 14. We didn't really ever get started with it, but I did, back when I did, I think, issue 12, I took everything out so that I could paint, actually prime a couple pieces, and then paint the, I don't know, whatever this piece is. It usually is black. I painted it kind of a silvery color, and so now we're going to do the installation of those pieces. First, let's take a quick look at the magazine. So we've got our parts list, which I've already confirmed all the parts are here, all of the instructions, and production diary. Leah Thompson was so cute. I had the biggest crush on her when I was a little kid. No, but let's see, dress for success. Let me guess, this is wardrobe stuff. I haven't read any of this, but I will have to do that very, very soon. And and then I guess in issue 15 we're gonna get our final tire. So I'm going to pull the chassis over here and get my instructions set up, and we're going to get started. Okay, so we've got our parts here, and it looks like we have to put a couple of these pieces together first. Looks like part number A14 and B14, and 2 CM screws. That's Charlie Mike. Looks like the part goes like this, and then this piece goes like this, and then the CM screws screw in from behind. Do that for both here. And I've noticed, what did I do with my, please don't tell me I moved my big screwdriver, which I think I may have. I might actually have to go up and get it, because I think I took it into the other room the other day. Some of these screws get really, really super tight, and the screwdrivers that the kits come with, they're okay, but the tips aren't really truly heat treated, I don't think, because they, the original screwdriver that the kit came with has already shattered on me, and it was actually a smaller tip. Actually, does this sit over here? Yeah, this is the tip right here, and I don't know if you can see this, but yeah, it might be a little bit out of focus, but it shattered. So, go get yourself a good set of screwdrivers. It really cannot be understated. You really, really do have to get good set. I mean, just for anything. I mean, you don't want cheap tools. And plus, you get a good, just like this screwdriver. I bet I've had this thing for probably more than 20 years. And it's just an awesome, just the way the cut of the metal is on the Phillips heads. They always fit. Matter of fact, if I could put this head on this driver, it would be perfect. But I can't because it's not removable. All right, so everything's nice and tight there. Next we get an EM screw. Luckily we have those right there. The linkage, which is part 14H, and then the bracket, which is part 14I, I'm guessing that is. And so, let's see here. So it's going to be like this. And then this piece comes through the back. And it might be slightly tight because I had the, I painted over that. Now I wish I had something to set this on. Let's see. Oh. Move this out of the way. I don't know if this will work, but it, oh, perfect. Gonna get the EM screw out here. Sorry, I'm doing this off screen. There we go. And always I'm gonna go backwards and then forwards. Now this one's pretty darn tight. And if you don't have a good amount of strength to tighten this down, it could definitely be, an issue. And this might even be one of those screws where, you want to pre-tighten it, back it off, tighten it down again, even without the piece in place. And I just waved my magic wand and got my bigger screwdriver. So I'm going to zoom this out. This is a UAW Ford Local 830 or 863. This is actually it's a 4-in-1 screwdriver, meaning when you pull this out, it's got removable bits at either end that you can swap out. And this one actually, I don't know if this is a, it doesn't say what the, if it's a PH0 or a PH1 head, which, are the sizes of the Phillips heads, but I don't know where you would find one of these, because this was actually given to my father by the union, the Auto Workers Union. So I have no idea where you would find one of these, but because it's a lot larger and I can get better leverage on it, I decided to go and grab it. And we're just gonna do, I'll start it with this. And we're gonna screw this down to a certain point, and then we're gonna continue screwing with the larger screwdriver, only because we can get much better leverage with this one. Gosh, I should have done this with my other one. So once it's almost completely in, like that, we'll go ahead and take it back out, and then we'll screw it down permanently. I've heard some stories about people using WD-40 on some of their screws. Don't do that. It's a terrible idea, mainly because there's going to be plastic and rubber parts, and just the fumes from WD-40, unless it's the one that's specifically designed for use with plastics, just the fumes can actually cause damage to these parts. To rubber and plastic. So yeah, just don't do it. Especially if it's like the metal WD-40. Okay. And let's see here. Just looking at over at the instructions. Okay. And that's actually pretty tight down on top of that. So it can still move. And that's what we want. All right, so next up we've got to grab the frame. So I'm going to reach over and get that. And let's see if I can move the parts out of the way and kind of set it up. Here we go. So it's like this. And then this piece is going to fit, I think, into these two holes right here. And what type of a screw? We need a BM screw. Right, there we go. I don't know if I can get this with my... Yeah, it looks like I can't. Oh, maybe I can't. Not just yet. Okay. It's always kind of awkward when I'm trying to screw this stuff down because you know, I don't really have the freedom to just move the camera around wherever I want. Okay, so there's that piece. Next we have the large piece and another EM screw. And let's go ahead and put the BP screw back in the bag so I don't lose it. Okay. And this is going to go right in here. And again, this one might be one that you know, we could tighten down all the way. Actually, I don't think this one's going to be a problem. Of course, I say that now, and then it ends up being a problem. It always happens that way, doesn't it? Okay. So this is basically just going to go over this bit here. I kind of wish there was like a piece of rubber or something that went with this. Because it does, you know, I have heard some people complain that this part, you know, just feels loose, and I will admit that, you know, before you get everything tightened up, that yes, it does feel a little bit loose. So I got my big screwdriver now, just to get that extra leverage. And how much more do I... Oh, I think that's it. Okay. All right. So that was painless. So now I have a blister on my finger or something. Weird. Okay. HM screw. Come on. I don't care which one of you it is, as long as it's one of you. Okay. So this one goes from... Okay, so it goes here. And it looks like it goes in from the rear. Wait, no. Does this actually... Maybe this actually has to be tightened in. Okay, Oh, come on. Holding my breath as I do this. All right, I'm gonna have to move the chassis so that I can do this. And unfortunately, you guys aren't really going to be able to see what I'm doing very well. Or I don't know, maybe you can see a little bit. I'm sure this is really entertaining watching me completely fail at this. Oh, come on. I don't think I had this much trouble doing the other side. Oh, this is just such a better screwdriver. Okay. Yeah, now because it has to be lower, you guys aren't going to be able to see quite so easily. So I will apologize in advance for that. Okay. Now it's kind of loosened up. So I can do this with the smaller screwdriver. And then once we get to the other side, I'm going to switch back to the big one. Just to drive everything home. And there we go. So that's what that looks like. It's a little bit blurry. Sorry about that. Okay, next we've got the brake pad and the caliper and an AP screw, which is right here. This will go, let's see, under here like that. Okay. Just going to use part of the car as a something to screw down against. And because this has been primed, it shouldn't have any problems there. Okay. Let's get this. Okay. Now we have, let's see here. Screw the shock assembly. So we got to get the, and we have to make sure that I don't make the same mistake that that I made in the last episode. Oh, come on. Okay. Put this through here. And then this is going to go up in here. Okay. What was that? Just want to screw this in a little bit so I can see it. I want to see it coming through on this inside bit here. See if I can zoom that in for you guys. Now once we get to this point, this piece is going to fit on there like this, but we want to make sure that this is up, that the shock is kind of upwards, and because otherwise you have to take everything apart like we did in the last, or in issue 12, which was rather embarrassing. So we have this, you know, the silver piece, or it might be black on yours. We have, yeah, that's a magnet right there. We have this piece that's got to line up, plus the lower linkage. And all of this has to line up together in order to fit on there properly. So we're just going to keep screwing this down. And okay, it's still going good, still going good. I'll move this so you can see a little better. Okay, so we went a little bit too far there because we didn't. I don't know if you can see how the screw is actually coming through, so we gotta move this back. Uh-oh. No, wrong way. It's wanting to go in and not out. And we just want to put, you know, some downward pressure. Oh, let's see here. What kind of pressure? Okay, there we go. I had to put this up through that top hole to get everything to line up. Or did I? Okay, so we want to make sure that that lower suspension linkage is in there. Right about like this. I'm going to hold this in place with my thumb. I'm actually kind of using some downward pressure on it, but so we don't want too much downward pressure because we're going to need, come on now. Need for it all to line up. Oh, this is such a mess. This would be super easy to do if I wasn't trying to get it all on camera for you guys. Okay, there we go. Now it's going in. Okay. Shoo! Let's get the big screwdriver out here so we can get some better leverage on it. And now it's probably hitting the other side of this, of the disc brake part. And I'm just going to flip this around just so I've got better leverage. And just so I can screw it in. Okay. All right. So that was rather painless as compared to last time. Next, we've got to get the shock spring installed. So we've got this piece, and this will hopefully come out enough that I can get the spring popped in there. see. Lower the spring onto the shock assembly, yes. And then, okay, we need our last EM screw for this issue, I think, maybe not. And we'll have to guide the post up inside here. And then just kind of squeeze a little bit when you get it aligned. There we go. Okay. Well, that kills your fingers. Okay, so now it's just a matter of tightening the screw. There we go. Down. Yes, it is. Okay. So there's that part finished, and then finally, oh, it's just the. Let me actually move this out of the way here. It is just these last couple of pieces here. We need a BM screw. P screw. Okay, and then that can be set aside. And then again, this part goes right in here. And we get our BM screw. Get our large screwdriver out here again. Oh no, that's not going to fit. So we're going to have to use our smaller one. Don't think that's supposed to move. But I think it's all the way in there. And then this part slips on like that. And I guess we're done. Push part 12 in onto D. Yes, we did that. And then this is what your finished assembly should look like. And that's it. All right, I finally completed. I don't even know which month this is. Month number 4 or something? No. Yeah, this might be, well, let's see. We got 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, this is month 4. So I guess next we'll have month number 5, and we'll have the last wheel to put together. So moving right along, and here we've got really everything assembled up to this point. And you guys can see that, I hope. Let's see if I can get it all into the frame here. But yeah, there she is. That's everything up to issue 14 minus the tire. So guys, we will be back with issue 15 and month number 5, I guess. looking forward to that. So do not forget to hit the like button if you've enjoyed, if you learned anything whatsoever from me, and have been able to apply it to your model. Definitely hit that like button. Let me know down in the comments section. If you'd like to contribute to the build, there's a donate link down there, and I would be very appreciative of any donations that you guys send in. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe for this and many more videos. I am Brad M73. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.